Hello everybody, Adam Savage here in my cave with some tool tips, a specific tool tip that is of a different order and different category than any other tool tip I have done. Because today I am recommending something as a tool that you might think of as a book. Yes, gather around kids because it's story time, and the story we're gonna tell is about a big yellow book that's one of the great volumes in the physical making of things. This is the McMaster-Carr Catalog. This is number 126. 125 of them came before this, and more are coming after. And I'm here to tell you, this here is the catalog for the McMaster-Carr Company. And the McMaster-Carr Company is an amazing place. It is not the cheapest option, but in many cases, it is your only option for some pretty esoteric and amazing stuff. The breadth of engineering and making stuff in this catalog is jaw-dropping. And it is, I think, even deeper than the Granger catalog. But this is something wholly even more special than almost any other catalog I have ever worked with. And I'm trying to think about the order in which to tell you parts of this. Here's how important this is to makers. Back in my ILM days in the late 90s and early aughts, I don't know, basically back then, and it might still be the case, that McMaster-Carr doesn't send you a catalog until you reach a certain threshold of ordering. And I specifically, because how many pages are in this thing? 4,100 pages. Yeah, there's a lot of information in here. And they wouldn't just send it to you for asking. You literally had to order like a few $100s or more than that over the course of a year. And I remember at ILM when Grant Imahara received his first McMaster-Carr catalog. I mean, it was like his voice dropped, right? We were all like impressed that he got his own. And I've been using this catalog for decades. It's an amazing catalog. So let's talk about why. They sell, I'm just going to crack this open and say, here we go. We have everything here from plumbing, push-to-connect tube fittings, to quick-turn couplings, to flow level, pressure, temperature control, relief valves, heat shrink tubing, DC transformers, pulleys, sleeve bearings, steel carts, eye bolts, workbenches, file boxes, pipe markers, anti-seize lubricants, magnifiers, bandsaw blades, lathe and cutoff blades, sanding and sheet blocks, impact sockets, doorknobs, slotted screws, push nuts, dowel pins, soldering irons, tool foam, aluminum, stainless steel. You can buy just raw materials out of here. And its index is one of the more complete indices that you will find in any catalog. But even that isn't why this is a super special book. Let's go to a place that I have previously marked, and let's talk about wire rope and adjustable chain slings. Every time you open to a new category in the McMaster-Carr catalog, there is a paragraph, and it is a highly informational, excuse me. All right, where was I? Here's where I was. As you can surmise from my reading of a random sampling of this catalog, this book holds all the things. Whether it's little tiny bearings or torsional springs or tire changing lathes. I'm not sure they sell tire changing lathes in here, but like they sell some big equipment and some super, super tiny equipment, nuts, bolts, everything. But it's not just a compendium of all those objects that you find by the index. There's also an educational aspect. So for here in wire rope and adjustable chain slings, it says, these slings are more abrasion and cut resistant than web and round slings, yet lighter in weight than mesh and chain slings. They include a tag that shows capacities in each configuration. And then it goes to tell you there's crimped eye, crimped and reinforced thimble eye, woven eye. There are wire rope slings with hooks. And every single one begins with a paragraph explaining the utility of this object and where it's used and why it's used in contrast to other things. I mean, Protective drum covers. Polyethylene covers are 40 thousandths of an inch thick and have a maximum temperature of 175 degrees. Steel drum covers are 26 gauge and have a beaded rim to eliminate sharp edges. Everything is explained in here. I have spent hours just perusing through this book, reading aspects of tools that I use every day, learning things about them I never knew before. All of this is coupled with some stunning illustrations. Oh, I actually lost my wire sling rope page, and I need it. I need it because, well, I'm going to do close-ups. What a dummy. Hold on. I gotta go. Okay, let's find wire rope slings. Let's see how fast we can find it. Wrenches. Wrenches. Previous page. Winch. Wire. Strippers. No, earlier. Wire rope. See wire rope listing. There's a category of wire and then wire rope. And the thing is that all of this information is accompanied by some beautifully clear illustrations, drawings, and in some cases photographs of the objects that you are buying. One of the difficulties I have with catalogs is occasionally or frequently, the part I need is so specific that I get to this end of this chart and I have no idea what I'm actually ordering or looking at. And across the McMaster-Carr catalog, that never happens to me. Each time I get to a grid, it's really crystal clear what I'm looking at, what measurements I'm dealing with, and the parameters of the part that I'm getting. In addition to this, McMaster-Carr was one of the very first companies, big tool companies, to put itself completely online in the same way it was in the catalog. They jumped into the web with both feet, and McMaster-Carr's searchable online catalog is incredible. It is just as deep as this, and frankly, I still think that flipping through the pages of the catalog is better informationally because there are juxtapositions that you get by looking at all the things around the thing you thought you were looking for. But the online catalog allows you to look at specific pages. It tells you what page of the latest catalog you are actually looking at so that you can cross-compare, open the catalog and find that thing if you want to. Yeah. You might have a makerspace, you might be in your own shop, or you might be the mechanical floor manager of a giant industrial factory. The McMaster-Carr catalog is completely necessary for all three of those categories. From the smallest home enthusiast to the biggest factories, this is one of the key tools for maintenance and repair and building of complex things. It is my favorite catalog, and one of my favorite things that happens when I get a new one in is I get to give the old one away. Yeah, because everyone should have one of these in their shop. If you've got more than one, it's time to give all of them but one away. Spread that love, spread that knowledge, spread the word. McMaster-Carr Catalog, that's today's tool tip. It is an entire compendium. Just read through their index. I swear, even just the index is actually kind of thrilling. Wow, pads. Abrasive, adhesive, anti-slip, bar clamp, boot, buffing, bumper, C-clamp, carpet, cleaning, cooling, cork, corrosion, inhibiting, cross-sanding, cutting, damping, desk. I haven't even gotten past the Ds. Yeah. A lot of information about the world in this catalog. Enjoy it. I'd love to hear about some of your favorite tool catalogs. Yes, I know about Micromark. Yes, I know about the Small Parts catalog. Both of them super wonderful companies. My heart will always belong to the McMaster-Carr. Thank you guys for joining me for this tool tip. Stay safe, stay making, stay obsessed, and I will see you guys next time.